My name is John Hughes, and my wellness transformation that has come about because of the group has been sort of permeated through the core of my whole being. I always felt I was a confident person, but there was always something, maybe for the last 10 years, but you're not the best you that you can be. I just was becoming sort of thicker and thicker and thicker, and at the same time becoming less and less confident in my own core me. And so through this whole process, I've sort of remerged the public me with the internal me, and they've become a much more powerful and confident person. I had a real great success in the wellness group, and so personally, individually, I've gone through a whole transformation. But in the sort of larger experience of a family, we had our very first baby in October. So I would say 6 months of the end of a pregnant wife for the first time, and then a new baby, and being at home with an infant. It's just been unbelievably transformational in all ways of my life. I wasn't prepared, I don't think, individually to be the type of father that I wanted to be because of where I was in my own wellness. And I think in some areas I was great and perfectly content, and in other areas I wasn't going, I did not see in the future the sort of vision of myself being the active dad, being the dad who did the things with his son that I wanted to do, that I always envisioned myself doing. I wasn't physically able to do that anymore. And so together, I think through the process of my wife became pregnant, and I said, I've got to get better, I've got to get well. And so we started on that path. And I wasn't doing a very good job of it as much as I was trying until the wellness group came into my life. And then it sort of click, 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 and I was off to the races. And I think by the time my son was born, I was on the way, and now by the end of the wellness group, I'm doing the things that I wanted to do. I'm very holistic, and I'm using the term whole as in W-H-O-L-E. I just think when you're in a family, you're in your own little community, and you do things together. And I think the support that you have from your family members, so my wife in particular, she supports me what I'm trying to do, and I support her in what she's trying to do. And so together, we said, what do we want to be? What's our sort of beautiful future, the image of the family, the white picket fence, and all of that. So together, we did it. And so she came up with, for every pound that I gain being pregnant, you're going to lose 2 pounds in the group. And I said, not sure, but we'll give it a go. And as it turned out, it was beyond that. So yeah, it was definitely a together thing. And then once she had our son, she ended up participating in our challenges as a way for her to lose her pregnancy weight. And so together we've just moved through the whole thing. My wife would participate in the challenges I'd come home from group and tell her what we did. And there would be a discussion the next night over dinner. So what did you learn last night? What's this week's challenge? And I would lay it all out for her. This week we're going to do no sugar added. And she said, okay, I can do that. It was a little easier for some things after she was pregnant that she could do those challenges. But while she was pregnant, she would do as much as she could while still maintaining her own health. So it was easy to shop, to cook, to eat, to be together in the process. The support that I got from the people in the wellness group with me was extraordinary, more than I could have even possibly hoped for. I heard questions from members of the group, do you have a lot of family in the area? And I said, we really don't. And so someone mentioned a food train, and I kind of heard that one time and let it go. And the next thing I know, we were home from the hospital not 2 days, and food was being delivered to our door by members of the wellness group. So right in the middle of all of the chaos that comes from having a brand new baby at home for the first time, and everything's brand new, we have food coming. And so for the first 3 weeks of having a new baby at home, I didn't cook, and we didn't do takeout. And so it was all really healthy, really good food. And as it turns out, it was the best 2-week weight loss of the entire time that I was in group, was the first 2 weeks we were home with our son. I would have assumed, and I did assume, well, this is going to be tough. We're going to eat bad food. It's just going to be a give up kind of experience. And it really turned out to just be consistently transformational. And that was all because of the goodness of the group that I had, the support that they gave us. The new me is not going back because I see my future. I feel better about myself. I feel capable of being the type of father that I want to be, and that's not going away. And so why would I want to go back to a position where I can't play with my son for hours on end, where I can't take my son hiking up a mountain or skiing down a mountain or paddling on a river? These are the type of things that I did in my adult youth and love them and even worked at them professionally, and slowly, they were falling out of my everyday routine. And now they're back, and I can share that experience with my son to give him an appreciation of the outdoors. That's staying.